All right, we've looked at some good stuff up until now, and now we're going to look at the borrowing calculator so we can get a good idea of how bankers make money. And we're also going to show you one of the very special ways you can build your own family bank and finance automobiles from now until you leave the planet in a very cost-effective and tax-efficient manner. So let's get started. Okay, let's take a look at the borrowing calculator and try to figure out how the bankers make money. So let's look over a 30-year period, present dollars, and let's put in $20,000 a year for 30 years. That should be $600,000. And we're going to, for this initial comparison, put this money in a shoebox, or you could say put it in your socks. Again, we're going to be into this for 30 years. The total at the bottom right-hand corner would be $600,000. We're going to be buying cars at $60,000 a piece, or it could be two cars at $30,000, or one at $40,000 and one at $20,000. Really doesn't matter. And over this 30-year period, we'll be buying 6 cars. We're going to repay these loans over a 4-year period. So let's set that up in a 4-year time frame. And let's say the bank's interest rate is 7%. Our $600,000 is separate. So in this illustration, we're again buying cars from the banker, or we're actually using the bank to finance the cars. But we see along comes the cash depletion gurus, the people that say, hey, you've got all this cash here. Why are you financing your cars with your banker? Why not just change that to account cash and spend your cash, and then you won't have monthly payments? So if we do that, we're buying $360,000 worth of cars. That leaves us with $240,000 in our account. So again, we started with $600,000, and using the cash guru's approach, we're down to $240,000. Now we're going to learn how to be an honest banker. So what we're going to do is use our own money, but we're going to pay the money back just like we would be paying our banker, and we're also going to add in the interest that the banker charged us. So let's see how this looks as we pay that account back. Now, if we're going to be an honest banker, we need to pay back at market rate. You can even pay more, but at least we need to see the market rate being paid back. And we now have $665,000. Why? Because the interest that would have gone to our banker is going to us, where it should be. We're now starting to play the game of the banker. We talked early on about how bankers make money. So we realized that our account doesn't have to sit in a zero account at the bank. It could actually sit in an interest-bearing account. But we want to make sure the money's available to us. So we could probably, if we were really good negotiators, earn something like 2.1%, which was our 10-year CD rate a while back. So let's put that 2.1% in, and we could still make the payments from that account and earn some interest. But remember, this is money sitting in a CD, and we're going to have to pay tax on that gain. And let's put it in our tax bracket of 35%. That brings our total to $810,000. This is definitely an increase, and now we're starting to understand banking and how to apply it to our own account and recapturing the interest. Now we've gone from $600,000, the initial way we set this up, down to $240,000 if we use cash, but now up to $810,000, taking advantage of the CD rates we can earn at the bank. We saw what great rates we got from the Freedom accounts in a discussion we had earlier, and how great that was. Many times we separate that out from our overall investment portfolio, and really it is part of our holistic savings and investing account. The Freedom account has a loan provision in it. That means that this cash in this contract is mine. I can put it up as collateral with the insurance company, and they will lend me money using my cash as collateral. Now, I can actually pull the cash out because there are no surrender charges, but I lose some of the other benefits of the contract. But by borrowing against the contract, the IRS lets me put it back in the policy, and I get to take advantage of the long-term growth within the contract. So let's do that. Let's say the policy had a loan rate of 6%. Go ahead and put the 6% there, load it in the current contract that we have of one of our actual clients, and let's look at those rates of return. Let's now change it from account cash to account loan, so that we now can see we made a jump up to $980,000. However, we do have to pay some income tax on that growth, don't we? No, wait a minute. We really don't have to. It's an insurance contract, and we don't have to pay any tax on the gain. We look at the bottom line here, we're at $1.3 million. An amazing increase from where we started. So our life insurance policy already had a great rate of return, but now we're able to tack on some extra money through the way we use this as a source of funding and reducing our dependence upon financial institutions for loans we get and applying the interest back to ourselves where it belongs. This little exercise in banking and how to finance your automobiles will certainly increase our discussions in the future. Good talking to you again. Bye for now.